Communists are dirty liars, and they are shameless. Did you hear what Dome's campaign did? And this would probably work with Eagles fans. They went around Philadelphia calling her the official candidate of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they even linked to the Eagles website. And the Eagles had to come out and say, wait, what? It wasn't us, but that's how underhanded these people are. Joining me now, Cliff Maloney. He is the founder of Pennsylvania Chase, and we really need him to be successful. Cliff, as a former New York Giants fan, I don't watch the NFL anymore. The last thing in the world I'd ever want to do is put any faith in Philadelphia Eagle fans, but surely they saw through this, right?
Yeah, believe me, it was a bit of a shock. I am a diehard Eagles fan, and after getting through all the DEI and woke stuff, I happen to still be. So say a prayer for me. Going to be an interesting year. But yeah, seeing this scared the heck out of me, right? I mean, it's like they did a pretty good job, but this is what Democrats do. They distort the truth. They're always trying to present things. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, low information voters in Philadelphia, they probably see the headline, they're scrolling, they see it and think, oh, wow, I guess the Eagles are supporting Kamala Harris. But luckily, there was so much pressure, not just from people on the right, but just the media in general asking them that it forced the Philadelphia Eagles front office to come out, make a statement. But talk about an embarrassing thing for Democrats. But that's their path to victory. Lie, steal, cheat, and figure out how you can distort the truth to try to get votes. And unfortunately, we have to be prepared to combat it. But it did make my my heart stop for a second thinking, this might be a real ad.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, speaking of football, let's talk about blocking and tackling, the stuff that actually wins elections. Mail-in ballots, Pennsylvania. Give us a sit rep on the ground there.
Well, the numbers are the thing that I look at, Jesse, right? So in Pennsylvania, remember, Republicans lost Pennsylvania by 80,000 votes, 2020, and 141,000 Republicans, as I've said on your show before, I'll keep saying that number, 141,000 Republicans requested a mail-in ballot and never sent it back. So where are we right now? Well, if you look at the timeline of this far from the election in 2020 compared to today, Democrats are down 132,000 mail-in ballot requests. So let me make this clear for everybody. In Pennsylvania, you have to request a mail-in ballot each year. They don't get sent out like some of these crazy states to every single voter. And so Democrats, the way that they have a path to victory is they have to run up the score like they did in 2020 when it comes to mail-in votes. So when they're down 132,000 Democrat requests, they're in trouble. And so it's our job to make sure we go out, continue to get Republicans to play the game, play by the new set of rules. But that 132,000 they're down has Democrats scared to death. They cannot afford that type of deficit if they think they're going to beat Trump in 2024.
Cliff, on the negative side of all this, let's talk about the signatures. I saw a headline, Pennsylvania courts. Hey, don't worry about that date on what's going on with all this?
Yeah, so what happened was in 2022 in Pennsylvania, we won a huge battle, which was we set a precedent that said, look, when you send a mail-in ballot back, it has to be signed, it has to be witnessed, and it has to be dated. And that was a battle that we lost in 2020. Right? But everything changed in 2022. But now what you're seeing is there are current battles going on. There are concurrent battles, but just this past week, Josh Shapiro was celebrating because the court ruled that they don't have to be dated again. And so, Jesse, anytime that you put your faith in the court system, you're going to be disappointed with a lot of these activist judges. And so I'm not counting on them doing what's right. I mean, you can't date a ballot. Give me a break. You're supposed to be a voting age. You're choosing who's going to make public policy. You can put the date on the dang ballot. But I just say to everybody, expect the Dems and expect the courts to not go our way. And if that's the case, we have to do the work to overcome that, right? That's why with our PA Chase program, I've got 120 full-time ballot chasers on the ground in Pennsylvania right now. And we're going to be there. We launched this past Sunday. And we're going to be there through Election Day, chasing the ballots because we can't rely on activist judges to rule in our favor. We know the Democrats will pull out all the stops. They have unlimited money. And so we can't assume we're going to win this in the courts. We have to win it through the actual balloting process and expect every Democrat ballot to be counted, whether it legally should be or not. That's the battle we're up against.
I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.